I want to hit on fencing because I'm real
Yeah,
interested in
for
it. But
sure.
but before we get to fencing,
Yeah.
and I'm not looking for like a right or wrong here. Just
Yeah.
want to know your thoughts on it. Is there any difference in your mind between mentoring and coaching?
Yeah. So actually, I say that there's three kinds when I'm talking to people um, who are starting to teach. I say that there's three kinds of like instructors, right? There's teachers, which I think would be closer to mentor if we want to like put them in the same, but I call them teachers. There's trainers and there's coaches. And understanding what your role is really, really, really important. And I'll go through all three of those roles throughout the day at different times. I just make sure that I know which one I am. So a teacher or a mentor, my job is to make sure that you know more when you leave than when you came in. You know more about jiu-jitsu, you know more about kickboxing, you have a deeper understanding of the sport. Your love and your passion and the fire for the sport has been fanned, and you feel the energy of what the sport is. That's like a teacher. I think about like the best teachers I knew in high school, like Mr. Stoddard was a law teacher. Was every time I left his class, I knew more about law and I wanted to know more. That's a teacher. A trainer is someone who's supposed to help you with specific physical goals. And that could be like being stronger, being faster. But in the terms of sports or combat sports, that could be like reaction time. So like today we're working on these specific drills and these specific things. Then so my job might be to like make your jab better or to make your slip tighter or to work on like different ways of defending a right hand. So the teacher, when I'm a teacher role, my job is to teach you the different ways of defending the right hand. Then when I'm your trainer, my job is to throw the right hand at you and have you counter it over and over again until it's like muscle memory. Now the coach is a very specific role. The coach's job is for you to be the best you can be and win. That's the job, right? So like I think a really good coach, like when we think, maybe coach is the wrong term, but when you think of like a really good coach, like when I think about Victor, sometimes he wouldn't tell you everything that you needed to know, but he told you what you needed to know at that moment to be successful at that time. That's what a coach is. So like when I come in to be a coach of a team and I run like a training, if you're running like a training, if I'm not in the teacher role and I'm not in the instructor role, well, my job is to make sure that they get better at winning. So we're working on mentality. We're making sure that we have specific habits. We're working on specific things for that fight coming up. You're fighting this opponent. So maybe you're not getting better overall, but you're getting better at the things that will beat that specific opponent. Like that's the coach's goal. And when you have an idea of what your goal is, then it's really easy to navigate that path. Like I know when I teach jiu-jitsu at specific times during the day, I am a teacher. That's my job. And then certain times when I'm teaching or I'm working with other people, they want a coach or other people want a trainer. So I just put myself into those roles. So I believe there are differences between all of them.
So when I teach people about coaching,
Yes.
I say there's three things,
Yeah.
and you can do one or the other, but the third one is both
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah.
So you can instruct people.
Yes.
And instructing is just showing someone how to do something and getting them to do it like an iterative process. Do it again and again and
Yes.
again and get better and better and better at it.
Yeah.
Or you can inspire or influence people. So that's teaching someone how to think about something.
Yes.
So that would be, you're not actually doing the thing, you're just like how you think about doing the thing. And then coaching would have both of those underneath it.
Yes.
And the degree of how much you're instructing someone versus how much you're influencing or inspiring them would have to do with like what the situation is.
Yes.
Right? So I'll give you an example. A
Yes.
driving instructor.
Yes.
A driving instructor, when you first start teaching someone how to drive, you're just instructing them. You're just
Yes.
showing them how to drive.
Yeah.
But then the better they get at driving, then you're also telling them how to think about it. But the more advanced they're getting at it, you're teaching them more and more how to be a good citizen of the road, how to drive defensively, how to manage road rage. So when they think about road rage, it's like they're not bringing out a crazy driver attacking you, but you're thinking about it. And like, this is how you'd handle that. Like, this is how you psychologically have to be in that space. So a driving instructor, although they're called an instructor, the instructing decreases over time, but the influencing and inspiring thinking increases over time. So they're kind of coaching the whole time.
Yes.
But in some places, you're just literally just instructing people. And a good leader could be doing all three in a day, just like you were saying. So that's the way that I describe it to people.
Yeah.